Do you feel sometimes that you are not willing to do something that you need to do today, but you're actually postponing it till tomorrow? If it is about you and your strategy is postponing things because you are not able to do it perfect, then this video is definitely for you. Because in today's video, I'm gonna talk about perfectionism. Hi, my name is Alona Chyrva and I am CBT psychologist, and welcome to my channel. And today's topic that I would like to raise is perfectionism, because as I can see, many of my clients are suffering from being perfect, so this kind of feeling that they want to experience. And first of all, I would like to talk about understanding of how actually perfectionism is developed. So, number one, whenever we are growing up, we are having conversations and we're having the relationship with the people who are raising us. And the way these people are raising us and talking to us depends how we're gonna internalize this talk inside us and how we're gonna talk to ourselves later on, or maybe gonna function with ourselves later on. What I mean, that when we grow up, we start demanding from ourselves something that probably our parents were demanding. And this correlation is happening because we internalize the voice that used to hear when we were kids, and then we have this image of ourselves or the world, or how we need to be in this world, and we are really living through these rules that were created. The second thing is very important, because sometimes when you're a child, you don't need to listen, but you can actually observe and understand what is the real way you need to communicate in this family. And if for you, let's say you were growing in the family where the people were, the mother and father were successful, the brother and sisters also were getting good marks, and then you are as a child understanding, in this family, I need to be this, and I need to always be similar to them. And if this is not happening, I will be outside of the system. And then later you start developing and thinking that, well, I probably need to be better than I am because I am not enough. And when an adult is living his life, he definitely sees that many things is so difficult to complete for him. But why? Because internally he feels that today is not the day to make it perfect, and sometimes he is not sure if he can even make it perfect, but in general he needs to do it. And what he's doing in order to avoid this internal feeling of being not enough, he's postponing. But behind it, right, there is a feeling that there is something wrong with me, that someone else is doing those things in a perfect way and getting what he wants, but I also know that I can do in a certain way, but it's actually so difficult for me to do it, and I am not good enough. There is something wrong with me. So I rather stay quiet because perfection is not happening, and the thing is that I cannot do today as good as I can do, so I rather stay silent. And then most of the perfectionists, what happened to them? They get in depression because they don't feel that they're living according to their values, their needs, and they're procrastinating their future, their life. And in general, what is happening, that each one of them are having a sad story about themselves, that they could have done it, but they cannot. So in my therapy, I always talk to the people about the way that they can do something, but in little steps. Sometimes you don't need to do big steps in life. You need to do sometimes small steps, but very consistent. And consistency is the key for perfectionists and life in general. Discipline to do something with the small steps. And when I'm talking to my clients, the perfectionist clients, when I ask them, what do you think when you're gonna feel that there is enough? And usually I never get any answer, because for perfectionists it's never enough. You always raise your standards. There is thousands and thousands shades of the gray that they definitely needs to produce, but they cannot. So what is the most important? Number one rule for perfectionism is just do it. Just do it the way you can. Just don't judge yourself. Just make it in little steps. And once you are doing it, you need definitely to acknowledge the satisfaction, because what the perfectionists are doing, they're trying to reach the goal instead of actually enjoy the journey. So enjoying the journey on the way of reaching this goal is more important than reaching the goal, because once you reach the goal, you're gonna put another goal and then another goal and then another goal, and it's always gonna be a game of your mind. So at the end, the most important to understand the psychodynamic of the problem that you have, that your perfectionism is raised from your caregivers, but you can take a responsibility and do something about it. And you can do something about it by going to therapy, working with therapists, understanding and identifying your thoughts, and asking yourself, is that behavior will help me to reach my goal? If not, you definitely need to change something. So perfectionism, it's not a disease, it's something that you can actually heal. So thank you for watching my video, and if you have any comments, please write them below and I will definitely answer.